The music and the performance and the fashion are one. I don't separate my art from my life. It is one whole thing.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Tom.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Patrick.
And this is Chewing on Pearls, the show where we dissect and decipher Lady Gaga's chameleon career and its impact one pearl at a time. Today we are joined by the Chicago-based diva, DJ, producer, and fashionista, our friend, the talented Miss Twink USA, aka Del Hale.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Oh my God. I'm so excited.
I know, we're excited to have you. We've never had a guest, obviously. But because we're very protective of Gaga, if you will, when we think about the people that we would have on a podcast episode, you're one of them.
Oh, 100%.
You're in the club of like Gold Star Little Monster.
Oh my God.
'Cause some of these bitches, they love her until she's
Perfect
boring
example.
or something.
Del got here and said, let me get my notes.
Yeah. I was so stoned last night. I was like, I have to write these notes.
Write things down. So I think before we get into the Disease music video, I had like two kind of vague questions for you, just sort of like we can chat together and amongst ourselves. But can you like tell us a little bit about your journey as like a little monster? Like, what is the big origin story of your Gaga moment?
Oh my God. This is my favorite story to ever tell.
God.
Like, I used to like do homework by my radio every single night, and there was this CD that was like in the radio that I never got to like the end of it. But I would like listen to it every day while I did homework, and I finally got to the end of it one day, and that song was Poker Face.
Oh my God.
And it just gagged me because I was like, what the hell? Like, is this? Like, I've never heard anything like it. And I just like would listen to that song every single day after that. And then like we like had cable for a while. And I remember seeing the video to Just Dance and I was like, who is this lady? Like, she looks
Who is this lady?
Like, she looks so like Gwen Stefani. She like looks so much like so many icons, and I was like, wait, is this the same like lady who like has played that Poker Face song?
Girl.
And slowly but surely, I just like saw her on everything. I saw her on Ellen. I saw her like everywhere on daytime TV, and I was just like obsessed. And I like would use my neighbor's computer just to like download the fame illegally.
As you should. She would have wanted you to.
Yeah.
I feel like people's Gaga origin stories are so sweet because we were all like people in our age group. We were so little.
We were so little.
Like it was like not like we weren't like in high school, like teenagers. We weren't like 17.
Right.
I don't know. Right. The other question that we wanted to ask you was, we're talking about Disease, lead single music video from LG7. What music video of Lady Gaga's is besides Disease, like changed you, shaped your understanding of like aesthetics and film?
Alejandro.
Period. That's the only right answer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, 100%.
Oh my God, changed my life. I love the scene of just like her stomping with the like gun bra and the mushroom like hair. Oh my God, it's like one of my favorite. Like that video changed the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Is that Stephen Klein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Changed the world. And also it's weird too because I feel like when I was younger, I didn't like have like a baseline for like how amazing her videos were. I was like, this is Lady Gaga. They're amazing. Yeah. And now I look back and I'm like, people up until that point had never made videos like that and since have not.
Right.
So it's just very interesting.
Some have tried.
Some have tried.
A lot have tried.
Oh. We'll cut that out. Pretend like we list all the girls. Yeah. So how do you guys want to start this conversation? Should we talk narratively? Should we talk about the song a little bit first?
Well, I think the interesting thing is the initial reaction to Disease, the single, versus Disease, the music video, and the monsters being like, where is it? What is she doing? When is it coming? And then people being like, oh, it's going to be Halloween. And then it was, what, a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fierce.
interesting.
A fierce Tuesday.
A fierce Tuesday.
But like a couple of days after the single.
Right.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think it was smart. A lot of people were annoyed.
Well,
Who
people
cares?
were trying to figure out. It's just funny. It's like this thing where it's like Die with a Smile is doing so well that they were like, oh, people are speculating that they were like, we're not going to push Disease because we don't want to hurt the chances of Die with a Smile going number one.
Yeah.
Which,
Wow.
like, great problem to have.
Yeah, and Die with a Smile is like currently number 2 at
Right.
the moment, which is amazing.
That's the other thing is that being a fan of like a big pop girl, everybody thinks they're like
The manager.
music, entertainment industry, showbiz people. And I'm like, I think it's smart that it came out a little later. I don't know. Whatever. It's cool. I guess another thing to start with is just that a lot of the fan theories going around online were about this idea of there being multiple Lady Gagas in the video, which kind of in fact turned out to be true, but maybe not in the way that everyone thought it would. So I guess maybe we should like kind of tell the story of the video and like break it down piece by piece.
Yeah. So I think what is interesting about this video is that it's like simultaneously like in a place but also in like this liminal space, and it feels like Gaga videos are always kind of like in a world, and this one feels like it could be real, like she's in a suburb. It starts very like normal girl, and I guess there are like these characterizations of her in the video that fans are attributing to former eras. But I also think too, we all are kind of like era pilled at the moment.
Yes.
And like everyone is searching for Easter eggs. And what I like about the video is things could be interpreted that way, but then they could also just be what they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it represents a lot of like her current state in a lot of ways. Like I think I watched this podcast one time where they talked about how one of like this famous director, David Lynch, how he used to make his art out of like, you know, pure darkness. And I think Gaga's one of those people who used to make her art out of pure darkness, and like even to some certain points where like it's kind of hard to look back on them.
Yeah.
But in recent interviews, she talks about like how she's like much more at peace, like her hip disease is gone.
Yeah.
And like she's and like also still like struggling with like, you know, her own self and her own demons, but like now she's able to make like art from a very like happy place.
Yeah.
And the work that she's making right now is a little more like clear and like concise. I don't think that like, I don't know, I think it's interesting that like people wanted Easter eggs, and I'm so happy that we didn't get that.
I think about the whole like eras thing too, and like the way that Taylor Swift has kind of like co-opted that. She hasn't co-opted it, she's just like really made her platform about it or whatever, and how like Disease as a single is kind of like the anti-era.
Yeah.
It's less about creating an era within your own discography and more about creating a genre within pop. And I think with Disease, Gaga is saying, I make Gaga pop. I don't make art pop, I make Gaga pop. You can hear every one of her pop albums in Disease. You can hear Joanne, you can hear art pop, you can hear her first 3 albums. Like,
And
so I
it's
feel like
damn
she's
catchy.
choosing to like synthesize it all as opposed to like continue breaking it.
Right. Well, I guess so. Some of the Easter eggs, we can kind of name them. People are saying that it's interesting that like the Lollapalooza documentary came out, and then right after we see Gaga with the same pink manicure in the video. There's the Gaga that pulls the Gaga from the car off and starts beating the shit out of her, and she's wearing the art pop flannel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which like that flannel shirt could be art pop, but it could also be like, I think about her relationship with Taylor Kinney. I think about her relationship with Terry Richardson.
Yeah.
And I think about like that period of time
Yeah.
and like those men that she was around
Yeah.
that were
Kind of-
always in their goddamn flannel shirts.
Kind of like stoner, kind of like stoner as a cover up for like deep trauma and pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being like
Man as a cover up for deep trauma and pain.
a guy's girl.
Yeah.
And the most fascinating character, like there's even like a Chromatica one of her,
Yeah.
the slip back one.
Mhm.
But the
Yeah.
most fascinating one is the Lady in Black.
Oh, yes.
Oh, girl.
Which she is a whole nother. So there are so many takes. People
love
are
her.
saying that she is Mother Monster.
She is
Yes,
Mother
she
Monster.
is.
I could definitely see.
That's what I believe.
Yes. She also could potentially be the concept of the Fame Monster.
Mm-hmm.
I also think too, she is like maybe the harbinger of what's to come. Like she
Yeah.
feels like she could be the like core of LG7.
Yeah, or even like I could also sort of read her as like the core of Gaga herself.
Yeah.
Like that at her core is this like damaged, diseased, if you will, like person or like entity that she blames for everything and hides from, but ultimately needs, right? Like that's like sort of the story of the video.
Yeah. Her shadow self, basically.
Yeah. I do feel like we should talk about this narratively, but it's like you've all seen it, right? It's like, so there's a car.
Yeah. So, well, okay. So there is a car, but something that you might not notice first watch is there are other people in cars driving around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's in my brain. I'm like, okay, if everyone we're seeing in this video is a Gaga, does that mean that all of those cars are being driven by Gagas too?
Yeah.
Like,
I love it. They better be.
And then the framing of her in this kind of weird, it is giving like correctional facility vibes, but
Yeah.
also the way that it's like framed harkens back to like the telephone video,
Yeah.
like that
Mhm.
kind of like stylized where there's like the shadow Gaga watching the two
Oh,
other
yeah.
Gagas
Mm.
dancing.
She's watching throughout
I
the
love her.
entire video too. Like
Mhm.
in a lot of ways, it like the fact that she's in the suburb and everything, it does feel like it has like a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of
Yeah.
vibe to
Yeah.
it too. Like I've seen people say also like Edward Scissorhands. Like
Totally.
it's I don't know. I think this is like for it to be such like a dark song and such like and it having like the contrast of like lightness in it, it's like so playful.
Right.
Totally.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's like it's the thing where Gaga is like she takes herself so seriously, but then like not serious at all. Like it's so serious,
Yeah.
it's silly.
Yeah. We talked about this when we did our episode that was about the other lead singles from her other albums. We talked about how Bad Romance was like this emblematic song of like what would become her blueprint kind of songwriting, which
Yeah.
was this kind of like spoken word vocal, like cunty spoken word vocal
Nasty
with
beat.
like with a nasty beat,
Mhm.
and then like the chorus is randomly like theater vocals.
And that's exactly
what
the song
Disease is.
too.
Yeah.
So it's that I think that's why a lot of people are like hearing the Judas and the
Yeah.
there's real influence there, but it's also just that's like who she is
And
as
that's
an
why
artist.
a lot of like critics have been saying like, oh, a return to form, Gaga's back,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
will argue she never went anywhere.
She never went anywhere. Okay.
But to the common folk, to the average listener, she is that rah rah bitch again. Right
Yeah.
now.
Yes, you're right.
I also think too, Del, you mentioned like the Nightmare on Elm Street, and like even before the video came out and they like teased the beauty looks. And
Yeah.
it was like just the eye makeup looks. People were going down the line being like, oh, this is this movie. This is Clockwork
Totally.
Orange. This is Poltergeist. This is, or the teaser of her running through the neighborhood. This is It Follows.
Yeah.
And again, it's that thing where it's like, is it an actual reference or do we just live in a world
Yeah.
where like pop culture and horror culture are just like so commonplace? Like, are they
In filmmaking and music,
Yeah.
music video making and TV making, it just like is there.
right? So it's
I
like,
don't know.
are they actively making those choices, or is it just like circumstantial that like,
Yeah.
oh, these are the themes that we're interested
Yeah.
in? Like, are these parallels just like popping up? Like, I think about her wearing the that like lavender gown for what was it, Golden Globes, and they're like, Judy Garland wore this dress in A Star Is Born, and she's like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's like here we are thinking sometimes it's like, oh,
Everything's so
is
planned. Yeah.
so planned, so meticulous, so calculated, but like maybe it is just like indirectly influenced by
Yeah.
these iconic movies.
Yeah. I said this the other day. I think she's like the true, just speaking to this, like the references to her own work and to like pop culture outside of her oeuvre. She's like the true postmodern artist. She is like nothing, like everything is referential, yet completely original.
Absolutely.
Like, she's a 100% original artist, but you can hear the things that have like made her an artist. And I feel like that's everybody we know.
Yeah.
Like, look at the artists that we know. It's like, Del, you make music. The music that you love has informed the music that you make. So it's
Absolutely.
interesting. Just like, I don't know, I just think of her as like a pastiche artist or postmodern artist or something. And this kind of like solidified that for me in a way that like even like her older stuff didn't as much. I think it's just because we've like moved into the future and it's like she's doing multiple Gagas. Like, I don't know, there was something so, I felt like I was living in an alternate timeline when I first watched it where like this was like her debut single.
Right. Well,
This
and
was her
to
Just
some-
Dance. It
to
was so
some-
weird.
To the youth, this is like
the
their
youth.
Definitely
first
to the youth.
like Gaga banger.
Yeah.
Like,
They think Bloody Mary was from like 1975.
yeah,
Which is
literally.
so crazy.
I also do love that it's like it's not a Halloween song, but it's like
yeah.
like she's like Happy Halloween. Like,
It makes me extremely so excited for what we're about to
Me too.
get. Like, this is the same woman who wrote "I Want Your Filthy Mouth" on my Valentine's Mouth. Like, this is
Yeah.
probably just the most commercial of it all. Like,
Right.
we're about to get some crazy
so
shit.
what
Crazy
does
shit.
that mean for LG7?
Right.
And we didn't even get into we're talking Easter eggs, we're talking little hints, the little snippet of the radio, which when we first watched the video, Tom and I were talking about how that song is just so like, it's hard to describe in the way that
Yeah.
like, paparazzi is,
Yeah.
where
Oh my
it's
God,
like,
yes.
it's this like retro future sound that's like super poppy and like you think you've heard it before, but then you're like, oh, I've never heard her sing like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like hearing that on the radio in the music video and being like, this sounds like it could be from the Fame. Like,
Yeah.
that paparazzi. It just so there was so many like qualities of this video that like really put me back in time.
And
Again.
the fans saying that like this could be Frankenstein.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know,
We
you
won't
know.
go there.
You know.
Justice for Art Pop Act 2.
Yeah. So I guess we should talk. What do you guys think about the whole like center of the video where I guess it's not the center, it's like the third act when it's just Gaga and let's call her Mother Monster. Like, what's going on here? Like, we've seen all of these Lady Gagas, they're fighting. Two of them are running in the street after each other. Two of them are dancing on or against each other. Like, what is the story of this one that she's like vomiting up on the ground?
Yeah, it's again, Rebirth is like, we know she loves talking about life and death.
Yeah.
And the and the cycle of it all. But I do think it's like interesting that we didn't even talk about this yet, but her Looney Tunes ass essay that she posted when that
Oh,
video
I
dropped,
loved
and
it.
everyone was like, "Okay, now the bitch is back." Like, what is she
Yes.
saying? But of course, we all read it and we're like, "Oh yeah, totally, 100%."
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah, like, why would you not say
It was
that?
for us.
Yeah, it was for us. But
This is for us.
This.
That's the part of it.
yeah,
This video,
is
this song is
us.
for like her fan, like Little
Right.
Monsters.
Like-
She doesn't give a fuck about the GP anymore because she's already won them over with
right.
enough.
And this is what we've always wanted for
Wanted
some
for-
time.
Yeah.
Like we've been like dark pop Gaga, like
Yeah.
Right.
dark.
Save me, Doug Pop Gaga.
Like
Please.
serious. I think it's again like just representing her own work herself. Like
yeah.
the enemy is her.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
so-
as much as she like again like what she said was like as much as I like change and purge, like there's always that
Well,
side
that's
of me
what I was
that
going to
comes
say. The
out.
word purge feels important. And then you see the video and she literally vomits out another iteration of herself.
Yeah.
And that's the iteration of herself that is experiencing the claustrophobia, which again, a callback to another theme. There was like a lot of themes and like imagery present in her other visuals, like tour interludes, the
Yeah,
Joanne
yeah.
World Tour
Oh
interlude
my
with
God,
the walls
yes.
collapsing. Like
yeah.
she has this kind of relationship, this like back and forth with Fame, and this kind of
Yeah.
like she needs to perform or else she will die. And it's notable that when she's having her little Martha Graham modern dance break, the only time that the walls aren't crushing her is
Yeah.
when she's dancing.
Yeah.
She's doing the choreo and it pushes them back.
Oh God, I could like read into this so many ways, like art school shit. But like part of me was like the scary mother monster woman is like the entity that is like the spirit, the heart and soul of Lady Gaga, and the part of Lady Gaga that we share, Little Monsters share
Right.
with her, like that thing, the otherness, the darkness, like that person, that entity vomits the chromatica Gaga onto the ground. And then like she helps her up and all this stuff, and then she's chasing her. The Chromatica Gaga's running from Mother Monster Gaga. And to me it was just, you know, if you really want to read into it, if you want to believe that all of these looks were inspired by different eras, I was like, yeah, like she had to remind herself that Chromatica was a Lady Gaga record, bitch.
Yeah.
And like I think it came from Lady Gaga. It literally came out of her, and she had to push it out of her at that time. She was chain smoking cigarettes. She was so depressed. The producers had to pull her into the studio. It had to be forced out of her.
Right.
And then once it was forced out of her, there was this part of her that was like, the worst thing about my life is that I'm Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
She's like,
Right. Well,
Yeah.
and then the Chromatica Ball tour being kind of the impetus for her making LG7.
Yeah, dark
Yeah.
pop.
oh my God, the visuals in that too. Like,
Right.
like everything makes more sense. All the horns and
Yes.
imagery. It's like, so
The
obsessed
Museum
with it.
of Brutality, if you will.
Hello.
Mhm.
I remember I was in a fucking Saucony outlet in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh.
Buying a pair of discount shoes when she went on Instagram Live and explained the Chromatica Ball tour, like before she went on, and she was like sitting there in her director's chair being like, the Museum of Brutality. Like no eyebrows, crazy wig.
Yeah.
It's like that girl is this girl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That has been that's not on my short list of potential LG7 names. I don't think she would name it the Museum of Brutality. I could see brutality, or there's another word she's been using a lot lately.
The art of intensity.
Intensity. Yeah. Brutality, intensity. But truthfully, I just think it's going to be called Gaga.
Yeah, I feel like Gaga, it's like the right time for a
Because
subtitle.
as I was saying, like it does feel like, not just with the song and the sound and the vocal, but now also with the visual, that we're seeing that she's defining a genre of art pop that is completely her own. She's like reminding everyone what her slice of that is.
Yeah.
And that other people don't necessarily, they can't stake claim there.
I feel like a look that we haven't really touched on is probably the most like glam, when she's dancing on top of herself in her little
Oh my
undies, and
goodness.
the wig, black hair with
Wig.
blonde roots. So she's like, now, bitch, Gaga comes out of me now. Like I am her. Like
She's like kicking her down.
yes.
She beat that bitch up.
They're like
did.
both fighting.
They are
The
fighting,
scene.
and the interesting like the joints, like her elbows and knees, kind of having that
The doll.
almost like doll marionette.
Yeah.
Or is it like her trying to get out of
She's like
the,
mechanical.
the cuffs of it all?
I don't know. It is such a beautiful sequence in the movie too. In the movie,
It-
it was
I
a
mean,
movie.
the
It was a
film.
film. It was such a beautiful sequence because obviously there's multiple Gagas through all of this, but like just like in a meta way, knowing that she learned both parts of that choreo
Right.
and did them both.
Right.
And ate.
And 8.
That's
Shout out Paris, which
Shout
we're really
out.
excited. And I do know that like there were rumors and like tweets and insiders. Well, insiders, who knows? Yeah, alleged insiders being like, this is her most tightly choreographed video, blah 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 blah, and then people being like, where's the choreography? And it's like, okay, movement doesn't have to be a 5, 6, 7, 8.
No.
Girl.
It's only her.
Yeah.
They probably got the rumor that it had a lot of choreography probably because of like the budget of the
Right.
what
Or-
they paid the choreographer because they were there every day.
Or
like,
who's to say she hasn't already filmed something else that has like an army of 20 dancers?
oh my God, don't scare me.
I know. Ugh.
I got like weirdly scared that she was gonna like drop another single the next week. Like after Disease came out in the video, I was like it just felt like so much was happening after like such a drought. I was
Yeah.
like, it's like raining. Like
Also, shout out to the monsters who, and we posted this in our little. We love to throw a little meme, a little shit post
Of course.
into our carousel. When we drop an episode, and the plague doctor, like the person dressed like a Black Death.
Yeah, with the
beaked mask,
Yeah.
and then like the video coming out, and it's like, well, it isn't not that. Like,
it definitely is the fashion that.
yeah, it's like fashion, plague, witch, queen,
Yes.
the cane, the
It's
fucking cane of it all.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the Lady in Black, like Mother Monster. Oh my God! Every time we go back to those scenes, and just like when she opens the purse,
the
mask,
coin purse. Ugh.
seeing the jeweled on the teeth,
The teeth.
like
Yeah. Shout out Hard Style, the new styling duo that she's working with. Excited to see what's to come.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were all like that one image we had of her in the what we thought was Margiela. And then it was just like a custom thing that they made for her.
And, we really haven't seen her, and I'm going to use this word really lightly, be ugly. I don't think she's ever ugly, but like ugly pretty.
Yes.
Editorial ugly.
We've seen her like recently. I feel like over the last couple of years, be like so polished and so
So
and even like
A-list.
pared back in a way, because like I feel like during A Star Is Born, she was like spray tanned, plumped, bleached.
yes.
Right.
And like maybe in more recent years, it was still polished, but a little bit more like demure. Yeah.
Lady,
And
yeah.
so to see her like this, like I don't think like the last time I feel like I saw a look that was this like in contrast to beauty standards, was like during Art Pop.
Yeah.
No tea.
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's get into the bride of it all, the character that people are saying Gaga as the woman in black, Mother Monster, could potentially be that same kind of entity that was the bride in the You and I video. And when she removes the mask, she has that same like wire circuitry that is in
This is the first thing I thought when I watched the video.
Yeah.
Because I love that look in the You and I video. And when I saw this, I was like, the bitch is back. She's evolved.
And wasn't the Joe Calderone like photo like recently
Updated on Twitter.
Yeah. And
Oh,
there was like a
girl.
tweet that was like,
girl.
heads turn like The Exorcist when I walk in the room.
Is it a lyric? I was ready for him.
Oh my goodness.
I was ready for Joe Calderone to be in the video.
I'm like,
in the
is Joe
background.
Calderone driving one of the cars?
Maybe.
Maybe.
They got her up in full drag for that. For
Yeah,
her to be
oh my
like,
God. Also, the fact that, so shout out to our pal Chase. He texted me and was like, is this the same subdivision that the John Wayne video is in?
That's what I was thinking as well.
So it's like there are so many of these things that are like lightly referential, but also not like there's nothing that's suggesting that
Yeah.
it is that, but there's nothing that's saying
It's
that
like-
it isn't.
it can't, there's so much that it can't be coincidental. But it's not like the references aren't so important that you can't understand the video if you don't
Without them,
understand the
right.
references.
Yeah.
Because if like a 13-year-old watched it, they could probably gather some sense of it without like understanding. You know?
And then there are things that it's also like I've seen people say that like the scene with the wind and the whipping and stuff is like an ode to Michael Jackson at the end of the black and white video where he's like in the set with like the panther and he's like the wind hits and he goes and like screams and it's like it could be that and it's like that could just be something that she's referencing as a performer
without knowing she's
Without-
referencing
right.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She's a great performer, like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and like that is a formative performer and artist to her, and I think is like clear in her the way that she chooses to perform her like celebrity and stardom.
Interesting.
And honestly, the way that she's performing in this video is like always what we see.
Yeah,
But like with the twist of it like being just so dark, like it I feel like it invokes something more. Like
we
seeing,
haven't seen her move like that in a while.
Mhm. So it's like really nice to like, I don't know, get back on track to the dancer. Because honestly, Gaga used to like, when she first came around, she was like pushing herself very hard. She was not like, she's dancing, and it's nice to just see her only in this video dancing and
Yes.
like being like almost mechanical, even in the wind.
Yeah,
Like, you know, it's like it's so cool.
Yeah, like it like zooms out in this other way where it's like you're in this subdivision, but like the subdivision could be like a weird like dollhouse with all these Gagas in it. Like in this way where you're like saying, are the people driving the cars Gagas? It's like it's just like her universe.
Right.
And I loved, like you said, that there weren't extras or dancers. Like she doesn't need it. She's Lady fucking Gaga. She doesn't need it.
Ugh.
But I do hope she does make a video in this, you know.
Yeah,
you
if
know,
we-
I do want some.
Yeah,
choreo.
if we know Gaga, we know that like, and she was like, "There's so much more to come."
I know.
So I feel like that is.
She's
I don't know.
scaring
Do you think
me.
we'll get like a Disease live performance?
Oh my god, I would
Sometimes,
love
yeah.
one.
We need it.
I would love one.
I also think too, it's interesting. It's a funny kind of running joke that like Gaga has like biblically bad luck, or like whenever something major is happening in her career, something terrible is happening in the world.
Yeah.
And like the election. Literally,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
recording this on election day. Like we have no idea what's about to happen, and it's like, of course, another Gaga era is starting, and we could be like backsliding into fascism.
Yeah. It's crazy. What was I gonna say about the GP?
Well, the chart of it all and how people
Yeah.
are like, she's a flop, blah 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 blah, because it was 28. It's like,
Yeah.
but we don't want it to be
No,
a top 10.
that's how I
Like,
No.
feel. I like these fans who are like, she needs a number one, she needs a top 5. I'm like, if it goes top 10, it means it's normal enough, and I hate the word normal,
and it can be
but
TikTokified.
it's palatable
Yeah.
enough that, you know what I mean, and it's just weird enough and like strange enough that there's so many influences in the song, like for it to not really be there. But I do think a live performance could take it there, because when
Yeah.
people hear her sing those vocals live at the end, they'll be shook.
And that's
I love
what
when she
technically
sings.
happened for Die With a Smile.
Right.
She released the live with this was like a 2-parter. I forgot.
Oh yeah,
This
the
was
double feature of it all.
Double feature, hello.
So like this came out with Die With a Smile as well. So it's like
Yeah.
she's definitely pushing.
And the fact
Mama
that
is working.
She
Yes.
like, since the Joker of it all has been like the dual identities, and now it's like,
Oh,
she's
yes.
like my new LG7 single, but also my song
Yes.
with Bruno Mars. So it's like it feels important that there is like a Lady and a Gaga,
Mhm.
and like
Yeah.
that's why I feel like Gaga could be the album, or if selfishly I want it to be Mother Monster.
Me too.
Oh my God, same.
And apparently she's wearing, in the scene where she's dancing on
She's
top of
wearing
herself,
Mother.
she was wearing a little charm that says Mother.
Fascinating. See, I think Mother Monster would be really. People don't call her that as much anymore. The media
No.
doesn't call her that. Her fans don't even call her that as much anymore. She doesn't call herself that as much anymore. So for her to choose that and to like call back to like the fame monster, and I think it would be really cool. But at the same time, self-titled would be fierce.
Well, and isn't there another playlist?
There is. They like updated one of those Spotify playlists, so now the like altered capitalization in the song titles spells Gaga disease instead of just disease.
Instead of disease, so people are thinking that
Oh,
that's
it's
like
definitely.
her
Yeah.
signaling that could be the
Because also Chromatica also
Yeah.
said Gaga.
yeah
Chromatica.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It did.
yeah.
Gaga.
Also, the theory that her putting those very specific cities for the album
Yes.
video release and song release, it's like that's the world tour.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She said, "Get your coin ready."
Get you,
Yeah.
I definitely will be.
Yeah, I will be. I'll be there.
Yeah.
You mentioned her using the term duality a lot, like having like dual identities and stuff. And I do feel like it is that overarching theme that they are using to help like tie kind of like the marketing package around all the projects she's doing at one time, right? Like Joker and LJ7. But I'm interested to see the spin of that, the more specific spin on dual identities that LG7 takes, because this video, I think, clarifies a lot about where she is as an artist,
Right.
Yeah.
less than it does about what's the album visual going to be like. That doesn't even matter to me at this point anymore.
Right.
Eras and aesthetics, like who cares? It's like she's telling us something about her like state as a being and as an artist.
That's what she's in the interview for the Joker. She's
Yeah.
like talking about how like she's finally in like a place where she doesn't really care
yeah
about like the way she releases music. Like she just wants to release it. And what a fascinating point to like
Yeah.
literally see Lady Gaga, and like
Yes.
she's done everything.
Yeah.
She has all the ballads. She has all the jazz
Right.
hits.
It's
She has
interesting that she's become like the contemporary ballad.
Yeah, I also feel like
Girl.
maybe
Yeah.
because I've seen this word thrown around too, shape shifting.
Yeah.
Like I think
Yes.
there's gonna be like a shapeshifter type of title or
That would be
something.
a cunt title.
Because honestly, even though we know that this is Gaga's roots, like she's naturally a brunette and everything, this is like the like kind of one of the first couple of times we've seen her sport black hair,
Yeah.
a darker look and a darker image and not so clean.
Yeah.
So-
Right. And for that to be like the main focus and takeaway, and not
Yes.
like in contrast to a blonde Gaga. Like
Right.
it's like, no, the dark hair Gaga is Gaga.
Right, because I think you watching the video, you think that the video is going to be about the girl on the hood of the car,
Right.
And you realize that the video is about the lady in black, Mother Monster. Like that's who it's about.
Plague
really.
Queen, Grand Dame. Gaga.
Literally.
The way that she walks to the car at the end of the video.
Oh my god, I love it.
I wept.
I also even love the just her in the very beginning of the video, just lying on top of that car.
And the way she animates her body, like, oh God.
And it just like restarts. Like, I think that's like the most fascinating thing too about this whole like thing of just like her, I don't know, just like really like understanding that this shadow self is something that she always is and always will be. And just honestly letting her and being in a good state now finally to like release this music, and she's happy and she's in love.
Yeah, and to be able to make art about that darkness, but not letting it take her to that place.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful.
And that's why Chromatica was a little confusing to some people when she would describe the album concept, I think, because it was like she was in the darkest place ever. It was like super happy sounding.
So intense.
The lyrics were really dark.
Yeah.
And like I don't even think that the lyrics will even be that dark on LG7. Like she might use spooky words, but I don't know. It's just interesting, like to reflect. She's reflecting back farther than we think.
Mm-hmm.
I think. But maybe
she's
we don't
also
know.
in a place now where it's like she doesn't need to do anything to get, like, I feel like other times in her career it was like, oh, this is happening so this can happen.
Yeah.
And now it's like she's really making music and art from a place where it's like, no, she is calling all.
She got it all. She became the actress.
Even if she said in the past where she's like, I'm the final say, and like it's all me. It's like, no, now you're really at the point where it's like,
it's all you.
It's all you and Michael, executive
And
producer
Michael
Polanski.
This album better be long. I know she has been working her little tail feathers off. I just know she was missing for like a year.
She was gone for a long time. I was like, where's Gaga?
Where's Gaga?
She said there's a rat in the studio.
Yeah, she did. She said there's a new eco intensity eyeliner.
Plague. Disease.
Right, exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Exactly. I hope there's some ballads on LG7.
Same.
Unrelated.
Yeah, what does an LG7 ballad sound like?
I mentioned this in our last episode, but I not to compare, but I love Charlie's ballads on Brat and the way that they like take an electronic soundscape and make them more emotive and like in this like really like nuanced way. And then I was at my parents' house and my mom and I were in the basement. She was doing laundry and she has her little Bluetooth speaker. And you know what song came on? Dope by Lady Gaga. She has that. She bought that on iTunes. Let me tell you.
Yes. Buy Art Pop on iTunes.
And there is this like, I mean, there is like digital, or not, what am I saying digital? I'm like a fucking boomer. There's like electronic music in that song. It's like led by a piano, but like these like kind of like little rises with synths and stuff. And I'm just like, I want that on LG7. I want we know she can do a fucking ballad so well, but I want it to be even more like experimental.
I want like organs.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like church organ.
Please.
When you say this, I definitely think of Dance in the Dark. Like I feel like I would love if that's how it sounded, like one of the ballads for the album. I'm so excited, y'all. Like this is gonna be a crazy.
I know.
What a time.
I know. The thing is, she always surprises me. I mean, you know, I love her. We know we're all obsessed with her. Like, it's amazing. But like, there is this part of me that's just like kind of relieved almost that I can feel this way still.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my
and
God.
she can make me feel this way still because when that song dropped, I was like 13 in my heart.
Yeah.
And it was so like to still have that feeling, and she knows it's there too, is like huge and powerful.
And then her being a Facebook aunt and like reposting all the fan art and the little videos and like her
So cute
on TikTok, which it's like, it is so funny because she is like, she was the girl that was like the first kind of digital pop star, and now it's like sometimes she is kind of like the one that sticks out in a way. The way she uses social media is giving like okay,
and so does her fans.
Yeah,
like it's like her fans. Oh my God, we're seeing all the little monsters like get into the disease look.
Yes,
right. As soon as Halloween was coming, I was like, this is like nuts. You guys only had like 2 days.
And we hadn't seen that in a while.
I think that's why they released it 2 days before Halloween. Like specifically for that reason, to be like,
look, what
they're going to give people just enough time that, and they know that Gaga's fans will.
Yeah,
just will.
'cause-
It's part of it.
There's this thing that I've heard a long time ago, like it was like on some random ass music choice thing, but they were just like, yeah, like Gaga has fans who not only respect and love her, they also see themselves in her. So it's like it's just like, again, like what, to piggyback off what you said, like to see Gaga and still be so inspired by her and like see new stuff, like it's still being able to feel that way, like the way that we felt when we grow up. It's like, like she's there she is.
Exactly, because after the video came out, I was like, I need to make art. Like I was just like this is what it's about. Oh God, I love her so much.
Thank you, Gaga.
Yes, thank you, Gaga.
Yeah. What's going on right now with Gaga? She's been kind of quiet.
Well, I think we're waiting.
It's the day of the election.
Yeah, we're waiting to see what happens. Shout out to Gaga. You know, we were worried about Politica making an appearance, but she waited until the last possible minute and was like, let me show up, do my thing.
Yes.
Get out
she
of
doesn't
there.
need to like milk it for all she's worth.
Yeah.
Kiss ass. Sorry, Gaga. Love you.
Yeah, love you, girl. Love you, girl. Electoral politics.
Yeah.
Jury's out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like thinking, my theory is that after the election, they'll like wait a little while longer, and then maybe she would do like a little talk show moment about disease. And I could also see them putting a single out again.
Oh yeah, I was surprised that there wasn't like a Zane Lowe interview for this.
Right.
They did it for Harlequin.
Yeah.
Girl.
Where do you think you're going? Yeah, no, I'm excited for, like, you know, not selfishly. I think some fans would like literally beat me up for this on the internet. I like her, like I'm in it for interview content more than I am for live performances at this point. I'm like, I know she can turn this shit out. Like I know that. I want to hear what she has to say about it.
Right.
Yes,
because
she's been so much quiet.
more.
I do think it's interesting.
She's taking notes from Miss Knowles Carter.
Yes.
Mrs. Knowles Carter.
Yes, she is.
Sorry. You can stay, you know, in the background a little bit when it comes to like talking about your work.
I do think it's interesting too that like right now we're seeing all of this push for like variants of vinyls and merch and like exclusives and stuff for artists to like bolster their sales and streams, and there's nothing for disease.
Yeah, there's like not a
single thing.
Someone actually brought this up the other, like on Twitter. They were like, "There's no like, it's all just Harlequins right now." But I would have actually really liked a little 7-inch of disease, you know,
Yeah,
which
because
makes
it does
me
feel
think
like
like
an important moment in her career.
Yeah, which makes me think, is it coming? Like, is there something that we don't know?
Definitely.
I don't know.
Is there a disease dance video with the 13 minutes of choreo we were promised?
Yeah. I also am like, is the snippet of the song in the car in the music video, is that going to be the next single? Or is she just going to be like, no, that's not the next single at all?
Right.
If she does, I'm going to be so fierce.
Yes.
I'm going to be like, that's so fierce, God.
I think that's so fierce too. I think it was fierce that Dancing in the Shadow wasn't the lead single. That was fierce. But now I'm like, you should make that the second single because it's fierce, like you said.
Well, then do we think, okay, so we've got Dance in the Shadow, we've got Abracadabra, we've got this Notorious, we've got this Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Is
Garden of
LG7
Eden.
ooky spooky?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Definitely.
Def. Because those lyrics in the car in the disease video that like about being a zombie bride or being zombified, I'm like, yeah.
Definitely.
It's gonna be spooky.
but then I'm also like, it could be anything.
Yeah. I my hope and dream for Gaga has always been to be able to compartmentalize less so that she can be a happier artist. And like, maybe like LG10 will be like a record that's like simultaneously like electronica, pop, rock, dance music, jazz, theater, like just really blending them. And she does that anyway.
Yeah.
But like something way more. But we don't know because Disease was the lead.
Right. So who knows what the rest of LG7 is going to sound like.
Yeah, like Abracadabra could have like a little saxophone moment on that like sick beat. You know?
She's scatting.
She's done
on
it before.
LG7.
She's scatting.
I hope we also hear like some like extremely sexy like some takeaways from like Art Pop and Born This Way, like, and the Fame Monster. Like, I hope we hear like a very hot track, which I think it's Garden of Evil, Eden.
Yeah.
Because that sounds so good. Every time I hear a snippet
Horny
of whatever.
Gaga.
Horny
That's what we
Gaga.
need. Yeah.
Yes.
All of it just feels retro future. And that is what she has always been. Fame was retro future. Born This Way was retro future.
Retro dance freak.
Yes. Yes. I'm like, yes.
Yes. The studio
with my
audience is
microphone.
going crazy.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll have a live audience one day.
Yeah.
we
Stay
have to.
tuned. Stay tuned.
So how should we wrap this up? Should we all talk about our favorite moment in the disease video?
Yes.
Let me think on it.
Okay.
Can I start first?
Yes, please.
I think mine's is definitely the dancing on top of herself, but also Mother Monster watching her, like just from the kitchen smoking a cigarette, like watching these two girls fight it out. It's like, love set. Just in the shadow too, like she's fully in the shadow of the scene.
Because it feels less like in the other parts of the video where it feels like Gaga's fighting Gaga, Gaga's fighting Gaga. There it's almost like, or like Gaga's fighting Stephanie. There it's like Stephanie's fighting Stephanie while Gaga watches.
Yeah.
And oversees it and like curates it.
Yeah.
She's curating
She's
the
like,
inner struggle.
And I love how when the camera angle like changes, you see her in like a different pose. Like she's standing and like, she's seated. And she's like just
I wanna
serving
know that
cunt in the
diva.
shadows. Yeah.
That's my favorite look in the whole video, and I don't even know what it is.
Right.
So like I just want to know that diva. I think my favorite part, of course, is when she has the mask off. And the way that they pan around her feels very cinematic. It does feel like a video game, too. Like I have this still as my... Oh, I can't show you my wallpaper on my phone because it's broken. But I have this still of that where her hair is like trailing behind her. And it does look like it could have been animated like a great, well-animated video game where she's like the last evil lady that you have to fight in.
Definitely.
But it's also like couture. So, and I don't know, there's something about the way her face looks in that where I'm like, that face is the Gaga that I love.
I love the puke birth modern dance moment, like the back half end of the video with her in the walls, and then like all the cuts to like all the Gagas, to Mother Monster taking her mask off, and then that crazy look of her with the wig cap on, and she's like zooming down the highway. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the climax of the song is insane, and like the visuals really complement it, and like, seeing her physicality and her really perform, like, I just am like. So
and I mean, she fell on the goddamn ground when she was vomited out. Like
she said,
she
boop.
bounces on the ground. I'm like, she had some. Yeah, she did bounce.
She
like,
fucking bounced.
Somebody was holding her like this, and they dropped.
Just dropped her.
I'm like, how?
It was
That's
Michael.
asphalt?
It was Michael Polanski. Yeah.
I love him. Yet again, thank you, Michael Polanski, for convincing Lady Gaga to write.
I love the tweets that are like, statues will be built of Michael Polanski.
Of course. There's so much good. That's the thing. She was the queen of Twitter at one point in time when Twitter was new. But she kind of still is the queen of Twitter, in that I feel like her fans make the widest like breadth of memes.
Oh yeah,
like,
totally.
The tiniest thing, a one word in a song, they'll turn into a meme.
Yeah.
Like it's just so they'll generate tons of like of that content from a 4-minute video. And I love that about being online as a Gaga fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, how should we wrap it up?
Yeah, just sing the song.
And
now presenting
a dramatic reading of the lyrics. Oh my God. Yeah.
Please.
Well, I guess that was our disease music video episode. There's so much more to say.
And I'm sure we'll keep blabbing about it as things roll.
And this was our very first guest, Miss Twink USA.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're so glad to have you. And we'll have you back because you get it.
And the conversation is not over.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes the story
The journey
has no
continues. The thing is, like, some girls get it and you get it. And it feels so good to know that other people get it in that way. And that's why I've always, like, when we first met, I was like, She's a Gaga girl.
Yeah, I do not
just
play about
know.
her.
Littlemonsters.com, bitch.
Oh
Don't
my
play about that bitch
goodness.
at all. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. You'll hear from us next time. Bye.
Bye.
Chewing on